Benjamin Franklin, 1706 to 1790. Delegate from Pennsylvania. Signer of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Benjamin Franklin was born in Boston, Massachusetts in 1706. He educated himself from the age of 10, and at 12, he was apprenticed to his older brother James, an ambitious printer, who would later go on to found the New England Courant. Ben, equally ambitious, was soon sending letters to the newspaper, claiming to be a middle-aged widow named Silence Dogood. James was not happy when he learned, finally, that his apprentice brother was the author of the Dogood letters. Tensions between the brothers led Franklin to run away before his apprenticeship ended, and at 17, he was technically a fugitive. So he headed to Philadelphia, the largest colonial city and home to several print shops and newspapers. Once settled, Franklin proposed to the daughter of his boarding house operator. But Deborah Reed was only 15, and her mother refused to allow the marriage. Nonetheless, in 1730, Deborah and Franklin established a common-law marriage, and she agreed to raise his illegitimate son William along with her own 2 children. In 1728, Franklin established his own printing house, where, a year later, he started publishing the Pennsylvania Gazette. In 1732, he gained fame by publishing Poor Richard's Almanac under the pseudonym Richard Saunders. The Almanac, filled with folksy proverbs, was an instant success, and he sold about 10,000 copies each year. The Almanac established his distinctive style: plain, practical, but with a sly, self-deprecating tone that allowed tongue-in-cheek wit and satire. Franklin was more than a humorist and more than a printer. Franklin founded the first-ever volunteer firefighting company, a self-improvement club called the Junto, and a college and charity school, now the University of Pennsylvania. Franklin also embraced the Enlightenment, and in 1743, he founded the American Philosophical Society, where scientists discussed discoveries and theories. By the 1740s, Franklin had become America's Renaissance man, active in public affairs, politics, business, writing, and invention. His innovations included the Franklin stove, bifocal glasses, and the lightning rod. Despite his impressive intellect, Franklin never attended college, instead earning honorary degrees from Harvard and Yale in 1753. In 1757, Franklin was sent to England as a colonial agent for Pennsylvania. His mission was to represent the anti-proprietary party in its struggle with the Penn family. His involvement in the scientific community led him to receive an honorary degree from Oxford University in 1762, making a man with little formal education able to call himself Dr. Franklin. While in London in 1765, he made a rare political mistake and assumed the new Stamp Act would be obeyed. He even recommended a friend as a stamp distributor. In response, outraged Pennsylvanians threatened to destroy his home, and realizing the colonists' defiance, Franklin testified before the House of Commons to support the act's repeal. By May 1775, Franklin's mission to Britain was complete, and he returned home, earning a reputation in England as a troublemaker. He attended the Second Continental Congress, representing Pennsylvania, and was appointed to the committee to draft the Declaration of Independence. Though Jefferson did most of the writing, Franklin made small but important edits. Franklin signed the Declaration on August 2nd, 1776. At the signing, John Hancock remarked that the signers must all stand together. Franklin quipped, "Yes, we must indeed all hang together, or most assuredly, we shall all hang separately." In October 1776, Congress appointed Franklin as its commissioner to France. He secured a crucial military alliance with the French in 1778, and in 1783, he helped negotiate the Treaty of Paris, ensuring American independence. Franklin returned home in 1785, and next to George Washington, he was the most celebrated champion of American liberty. He was unanimously elected president of the Supreme Executive Council of Pennsylvania, the equivalent of governor. And when the Constitutional Convention met in 1787, he became the oldest delegate and signer of the new Constitution at the age of 81. When a woman asked Franklin what kind of government the convention was proposing, Franklin supposedly replied, "A republic, madam, if you can keep it." By his 9th decade, Franklin was overweight and plagued by gout and kidney stones. And on April 17, 1790, he died of an acute attack of pleurisy, aged 84. His funeral in Philadelphia drew nearly 20,000 people, and in France, where he was dearly loved, a 3-day mourning period was declared.